Hey guys, Joshua Skyrider here. Today I'm going to be talking about my thoughts on fan-based projects. There's a lot of fan-based projects being created on the internet for stuff like Star Trek, like Oxenar, and Star Trek New Voyages. I know there's a big Futurama project out there right now for a live-action Futurama series. And I don't know, like, I have some thoughts on it. First off, I think it's awesome that fans are creating their own stuff because they love these um, projects so much. And I think that if they're well executed, it could open some doors for them. But there's a couple of concerns I have for projects like these. In that, coming from a Marvel licensing background, I worked with a lot of properties, and I worked with them for like 5 years, and I saw, that a lot of the power really stems from he or she who owns the property. And the issue is that, for me, is a lot of these fans are making these passion projects that not only are costing them and other people who support them a lot of money, but in the end that they don't own and can be taken away from them at any time. And I get that they love Star Trek, and I get they love Futurama, and I get that they love Star Wars, and I get that they love Marvel, but they don't own them, and all of it can be taken away, and I really feel like all that money could be used for creating something original. Now, granted, they get most of that money in the first place because there's an inbuilt fan base for those properties. There's an inbuilt Star Trek fan base that'll fund the new fan TV show, or there's like a new, same thing goes for all those properties. But at the same token, a lot of what I really love about science fiction and fantasy fans, or people who love high concept genre content in general, is that they're willing to try new things as long as that it's a new and exciting idea that could be well executed. Or maybe even not. A lot of people fund bad projects that are cheesy on purpose because they just think it's fun. And I really encourage people, especially people who are creating fan-based projects, to pursue those things, because at the end of the day, just from a business standpoint, you own the sucker. You can shop it around. You have a real stake in it. Nobody can just take it away from you. And you can't ultimately monetize it for yourself and make a real living at it and create more of it if you want to. So they could stop it at any time. You're literally building something for a corporation that cares about you as much as any other corporation would, which isn't very much, honestly. They care. To be fair, media corporations do care about the fans because the fans are their bread and butter, but at the same token, they do care about the properties and protecting the integrity of the properties and their own vision for it, which is ultimately the canon of whatever that property may be. So I guess, not that anyone asked me, but I really, from my standpoint, think people should invest more in creating original projects that they can own. And I also encourage people who love science fiction, love fantasy, love genre content to try new things. I'm not saying you should try something just because it's new, but you should be open to the idea, and if the idea sounds cool, maybe you should give it a shot. Especially for those who are kind of like, I'm so sick of reboots, I'm so sick of sequels, I'm so sick of everything being pre-sold and pre-established. Well, put your money where your mouth is and try something new. Anyway, those are my thoughts on that. I hope this was helpful to someone. If you're out there creating a fan-based project, I'm not dogging you at all. If you create something great, obviously I would want to watch it, but my main concern is just you don't own what you're creating. And some of these fan-based projects look so incredible, and the production value is so high, and I just think, gosh, if they only did it with their own original idea, then they'd own it, and maybe they could really create something new that we haven't seen before. And that's, to me, what's most exciting. Anyway, hope this was helpful. If you like this video, please press like, check out my other videos, and subscribe, and thanks so much, guys.